Yo, what is good with everybody? It's Crunch Time TV. It's what you're listening to. They banned me on TikTok for speaking the real again, so I'm banned on that for another 7 days. But you already know how that go. See what I'm saying? All they gonna do is, you know what I'm saying, ESPN and you know what I'm saying, the big dogs. What they do is they watch my videos and they steal what I said. But basically, y'all, I got breaking news on James Harden. We all know that James Harden came out and dropped a bombshell, and I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all, bro. James Harden pretty much just basically effectively ended his whole NBA career uh by himself based on what he said. And this can mean several things. Like this could be bad, this could be good, because it's a lot of options. It's a lot of moving parts. So basically, James Harden came out and he basically said, literally, he said he will never play for Daryl Morey again. Any organization that Daryl Morey is a part of. He said that twice when he was in China. And my man was talking to me about it. He was like, "Yo, it's kind of like how Kanye that day when Kanye West said George Bush don't care about black people on national TV." And it's real similar. It's a real similar way how he said it because it was on live TV, and it's one of them things that like when he said it, it's like, "Yo, is this real?" And so basically, right, him saying that is that's why he basically ended his whole career, because the backstory on that is basically like, so basically, Daryl Morey promised that if James Harden was to take a pay cut last season, which he did, then he was gonna offer him the max deal this season, and he didn't do that. See what I'm saying? So that's why James Harden is saying he's a liar. And so the NBA has a new policy that they added in, and I need y'all to listen because this will get crazy. They added in a policy to where basically Philadelphia can stop James Harden from being a free agent next season if James Harden really is telling the truth on saying that he's not playing for Daryl Morey. Because guess what? If James Harden doesn't come to training camp in a certain time frame of when training camp start, then Philly the Philadelphia 76ers can go ahead and stop him from being a free agent and joining onto another team. And the big problem is that they're not giving him the max deal, and then they're not trying to trade him. So they're not budging right now. They're not trying to trade him to a different team. They're forcing his hand. They're forcing James Harden's hand to stand on his word on what he just said. Because guess what? If he goes and plays for Philly this season after what he said, that means he's gonna have to go back on what he said. And basically, either way, he's selling out. Gonna have to sell out and sell his soul if he does that. Because you'll be going back on what you said. Everything was all good just a week ago. See what I'm saying? When you was partying with Michael Rubin, and I told y'all, man, like everybody, listen, Michael Rubin is a big time owner of the Philadelphia 76ers, and he just had James Harden at the party where he was fondling everybody. You feel me? Michael Rubin was just touching on your neck last month, right? James Harden thought that he was finna be getting signed big money this season. So at the end of the day, this is just proof that you can't trust these type of situations, bro. At the end of the day, man, James Harden, I'll have to say this because I'm about to tell y'all why I defend James Harden, but I gotta hold him accountable on the fact that you didn't ruin multiple teams, you didn't keep bouncing around, and at the end of the day, this is what happens when you can't stay in one spot. You should have stayed in Brooklyn and waited for Kyrie to get situated, bro. And listen, James Harden, listen, y'all. The reason why James Harden's NBA career is potentially over with is not only that, is because James Harden has also come out and said that he's thinking about playing in China. He's actually gave it consideration. This is crazy, y'all. So James Harden pretty much came out and said he wouldn't really have no problem playing in China. He gets love in China. China shows love to him. And what's crazy is when he was in China, everybody was goes back to what happened with Daryl Morey a couple years ago. We all know that Daryl Morey had a little beef with China a couple years ago. So that's why James Harden was in China when he said this, to pretty much. It's a good move that James Harden did. I ain't gonna lie, because you pretty much got a whole country that's agreeing with you and having support if you was to come play over there. The NBA isn't really budging because, like I said, they have that policy that they just put into effect. Now, also, we all know Dwight Howard is playing in Taiwan. Even Dwight Howard is on TikTok pretty much recruiting James Harden to come play overseas in Taiwan. And I got the video right here for y'all if y'all want to see that. But Dwight Howard is recruiting James Harden as we speak, as all this is going on. See what I'm saying? So that's how you know in the NBA atmosphere and NBA circles is actually a real conversation being had right now. Hold on, I'm finna play it. I'm finna play it right here. Hold on, y'all. I'm driving right now. Bear with me. James Harden. Now, listen, the one thing I will say, I think James Harden is still a top 10 or 15 player in the league. I don't know why everybody acting like he washed up. I think James Harden is still a top 10 to 15 player in the league. So either way, he is getting slighted in this situation. I think Harden should stop worried about the supermax though, and just take what you can get as far as millions. Cause you still gonna get millions of dollars, but I'm not really here to say what he should ask for. But James Harden, he's still leading the league in assists. He just led the league in assists this season. This past season, he dropped 2 40-point game winners on Boston in the playoffs. Man, he's playing better than a lot of guys played in the playoffs this season. I do believe he played better than Embiid in the playoffs this season. See, because everybody talking about Harden, but ain't nobody talking about how Embiid sold too. Nobody's giving Harden credit for the game winners in the 40-point games that he just had. So all he want to do is talk about he's not how he used to be. But at the end of the day, I think he still is. I think he still is a very valuable piece. I ain't gonna lie to you. Very valuable piece. Now, I'm finna show y'all the evidence of Dwight Howard, though, recruiting James Harden right here in a second because I'm parking. But this is just crazy. If James Harden really go play overseas, he gonna average 50 points. Hold on, y'all. So look, yo, this Dwight Howard definitely recruiting James Harden. Said, "Come on, James." And in the caption, he says, "Reunite and get a championship in Taiwan." Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the situation, man. It's getting crazy, man, with James Harden. As, man, his NBA career may be coming to an end very, very soon. Unless something really big changes behind the scenes. But I don't see Harden budging on this because I feel as though he really wants that money. Unless Michael Rubin steps in, Meek Mill, Gilly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna have to step in and help James Harden in this situation, or else his NBA career is over. All right, but I'm gonna see y'all.